after he ended up on the ground because he already lied. But I
Okay,
strongly suspect.
stop talking, Cameron. We have been streaming to YouTube, and YouTube has not been broadcasting. So the whole 8 minutes that we've already done talking about this. Hi, guys. Hi, Danielle. We thought we were talking to you for the last 8.5 minutes, and I just discovered that we're not. Because I was trying to see if the audio was working, and
Oh dear, we have about 6 minutes before I have to put children on a bus.
oh. Okay, so chalk it up to YouTube changing things. They, as of this morning, they went back to the streaming system that we were having troubles with before. God damn it! All right, the body cam footage is out. Chauvin did nothing wrong. George Floyd assaulted the police officers. We have the footage. We see it happen clearly, and that's our show. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah, that is kind of frustrating.
Okay,
I
that's
just
twice this morning that we've. That's twice this morning that we thought we were live, and we were almost live, but YouTube was acting wrong. So, okay, let me recap what we've covered so far. We've got the video. Uh, we've got it from the very top of the body cam footage video, and now I have to rush through this because Cameron has to get off the channel real quick in just a minute here. Um, from the very beginning of the video, from the moment George Floyd exits his car, he's resisting arrest. Before that, he's refusing commands. As soon as he gets out of the car, he's resisting arrest. He's clearly inebriated throughout the whole thing, clearly inebriated. And then when they get him over to the car, they ask him to get up to lean up against the back of the car so they can pat him down. He keeps pushing against him and shouting, "I'm not resisting! I'm not resisting!" Like, all right, Brer Rabbit, we gonna throw you right into the briar patch. And then here's what so and all the while, like all the while, before they even get to the car, he's shouting, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." So what Cameron was just talking about was I made reference to Mr. Reagan's video that he already made last night on this, where he called George Floyd the boy that cried wolf. 100%. Um, Floyd said over and over and over and over and over again before he assaulted officers, kicking his way through the car to try and escape, which is, for me, the real clincher in this. I can't breathe, I can't breathe, which is what they all say, whether or not there's any circumstance mitigating the airway and causing the claim that one cannot breathe. So he's just going on and on and on about it. And then the thing that really clinches it for me, like I said, him kicking through the car. We have been we have been spoon fed this narrative that included spotty footage that showed the officers next to the car standing up and putting George Floyd in the car, and then the other footage we have, suddenly they're on the opposite side of the car. Floyd's on the ground and Chauvin's on the back of his neck. What has been explicitly and intentionally omitted from the press, and we now see clearly from the body cam, and has raised significant questions throughout this whole narrative, is why did they take him back out of the car, and how did he end up on the opposite side of the car? Because that just doesn't make sense. Well, now that we have the body cam footage, what we see is he fights him. He fights him and fights him and fights him. He keeps saying, "I'm not resisting, I'm not resisting," right? And he refuses to get in the car. He refuses to get in the car. He keeps fighting. He's a big dude, right? Well, because he refuses to get in the car, one of the officers, and this is Axon, one of the officers goes around, undoes the seatbelt on the other side of the car, comes in the other side of the car, to pull Floyd in, right? And now we're about to see where the real exoneration comes in. Right there. Floyd kicked the officers on the other side of the car, shimmied his way through, and knocked this officer to the ground. Now, there will be those that argue, well, he was just trying to get away because he was scared. He didn't intend to assault the officer.
Hey, I'm
Okay.
about to have to pause my video, but I'll still be with you audio.
All right. Okay. So Floyd didn't mean to attack the officer. Fair enough. Fair enough. If that's your argument, if that's the argument that's going to be made, and it will be the argument that's made, then you cannot convict Chauvin of murder. Because if Floyd did not intend to attack Chauvin and thereby is not guilty of assault, then, okay, now I got to mute Cameron.
Boys, shh.
Okay, so if Floyd did not intend to assault, um, then Chauvin did not intend to commit murder. So if Floyd was not committing assault, then Chauvin didn't commit murder. If if Floyd did intend to commit assault, then what Chauvin did was perfectly justified self-defense. I think we're good here. So what do you say, Cameron?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can also hear whoever's
That's
blowing
that's
raspberries.
that's shh, boys. I'm actually on my YouTube, so can just 1 second. I'll wait with you, but shh. No, I just wanted to go back to Mr. Reagan's point about the possibility that he cried wolf, and all that. Maybe he didn't cry wolf, because the thing that I've been saying from the beginning is that this is a case of excited delirium. It's entirely possible that what was going on is he really couldn't breathe from the beginning because he'd done a bunch of meth and fentanyl, and because he was already beginning his crash, the stress of the situation just all compounded on him. And I think it's entirely possible that he was dead as soon as those cuffs hit him. And as far as laying on the ground, that was probably an exacerbating factor. But with it being, oh, the cops killed Floyd, no, no, the person that killed George Floyd was George Floyd. He spent years, even decades, engaged in criminal behavior and severe drug abuse, and it finally caught up to him. Because if you watch the whole video and you listen to the whole video, if you watch the whole video and you listen to the, if you watch the whole video and you listen to the whole video, he's clearly panicking. He's clearly not in his right mind. He's clearly intoxicated. So
Well, even at one point when they're walking him across the road, one of the officers asks, "Are you on something?" And he says, "Yeah, yeah, man. I was just trying to get loose."
but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this body cam footage vindicates the position that you and I have held on this for some time, and we've been kind of unpopular even with people that normally agree with us. But I mean, I said from the beginning, you don't end up you don't end up on the ground with three cops on top of you unless there's a reason. And it turns out there was a heck of a reason. They had every reason to believe that this was a drugged out guy having a full blown panic attack that could have hurt somebody, even while he was cuffed. So, I mean, I don't know if you can see the shoulder shrug, but that was a definite shoulder shrug.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think I have much more to add to this. That's part of it is I'm frustrated because we had so many technical issues this morning. But I think that's all we've got for you today. Cameron, you got anything else before I call it?
Actually, I have lots, but I'm standing here waiting for a bus, so no.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We will see y'all tomorrow morning, and y'all be safe out there. Bye bye.